Hi and welcome to Hoxton Therapy. This is a narration of one of our articles. On the path for depression treatment. These days, big pharmaceuticals and life science companies are making waves. The drug industry is now receiving strong investors as the companies are breaking through and advancing their quest towards addressing various medical needs. Strategic M&A are also making impacts for investors as funding research is focused on producing life-changing treatments for people suffering from diverse range of disorders. One of the most popular medical disorders known to mankind may need refocusing for more effective treatment. People don't want to disclose they're struggling with depression and don't want to talk about it, but it is clear that it affects at least 17 million adults in the United States. In addition to that, 1 out of 4 people struggle with diagnosed mental health disorders. Cybin included Cybin Profile, a life science company, is at the vanguard of the new therapeutic protocols that focuses on the disorders. Cybin intends to develop psychedelic therapeutics alongside specific delivery mechanisms which target depression and other psychiatric and neurological conditions. The company may benefit from 2 game-changing publications made a few days ago. The company recently completed its earlier announced reverse takeover and landmark research published in JAMA Psychiatry, stating that a treatment involving psilocybin worked better than regular antidepressant medications. Other companies dealing with drug development are also experiencing similar groundbreaking results. About a month ago, Praxis Precision Medicines halted on their upsized IPO of $11 million shares of stocks, which led to an aggregate gross proceeds to Praxis at $218 million. AbbVie finalized a transformative acquisition of Allergen earlier this year, and less than a year ago, the Axum Therapeutics recorded that $200 million when it closed on the IPO. This summer, Ramada Therapeutics uplisted trading on Nasdaq Global Selected Market. Attention on the psilocybin therapeutics breakthrough. Huge amounts of money is being invested into drug development sector of the significant impact as seen in Cybin. The pioneer life science company recently released news concerning its complete reverse takeover transaction, which was announced the previous month. As soon as the week is under the new symbol CYBN, the company is expecting to begin trading common shares of the NEO exchange. According to Cybin, the reverse takeover of Cybin Explorations Incorporated will bring about a unique public company, and the new company will focus on psilocybin drug development, unique delivery mechanisms, and improved novel chemical compounds and protocols that will finally provide relief to millions of people suffering from depression and several other psychiatric neurological problems globally. According to the CEO, Doug Drysdale, open quotes, "We are happy to have completed the reverse takeover and to have received conditional approval to list Cybin's shares on the NEO exchange. We hope that it will help us to enhance our visibility within the investment community and broaden our investors base within the main goal of building long-term shareholder value. It also represents a critical step forward in advancing our development plans. We believe in the application of psychedelic therapies and look forward to advancing them and other products." Close quotes. Furthermore, Cybin Incorporated earlier announced the closing of the private placement offering, PPO, which results in aggregate gross profits of $45 million. However, Cybin plans to spend the net proceeds from this offering to develop psychedelic therapies and neuraceutical products. The spending will also be used as capital and for general corporate purposes. The PPO included participation from multiple new investors, which include the RA Capital Management, Janus Henderson Investors, Kearney Ventures Partners, LifeSci Venture Partners, and Ball Capital. Effect is more than 4 times greater. 1 in 4 people who are diagnosed with a mental disorder every year, and the world is desperate for answers. Cybin works to fetch answers and address erroneous, unmet medical needs. The company's intent is to become the first life science corporation that brings psilocybin therapy drug to target major depressive disorder, and a recent research may improve of its success. A JAMA Psychiatry publication reported study using hallucinogen psilocybin. In the study, it was discovered that 27 participants received 2 doses of psilocybin and also received 11 hours of psychotherapy. Half of the participants started treatment immediately, and the rest of the participants started treatment after 8 weeks. The researchers recorded that the treatment had an effect at least 4 times greater than regular antidepressants. Furthermore, there was significant decrease in depression among the people in the immediate treatment group compared to others in the waitlist, says Alan Davis, the author of the research and a faculty member of the Johns Hopkins University and Ohio State University. This assertion was made in an NPR article named "Rigorous Study Backs a Psychedelic Treatment for Major Depression" at Vanguard of Research. The JAMA publication showed that more research on all aspects of psilocybin is warranted, and Cybin is making significant moves. Earlier this year, Cybin signed feasible agreements with Intelligent Corp to develop orally dissolving film for the delivery of pharmaceutical-grade psilocybin. This can be groundbreaking progression, which is not only for the psilocybin delivery drugs, but also for more effective treatments of numerous mental illnesses. Open quotes. Compared to oral psilocybin capsules, which are subject to variable intestinal absorption and high first-pass metabolism in the liver, the systemic bioavailability of the oral dissolving psilocybin film is expected to be quite high, close quotes, said Cybin Chief Medical Officer Jaka Karalan. Additionally, the dose of psilocybin administered by an orally dissolving film is expected to be a fraction of the requirements in oral capsules. These features have the potential to increase both the safety and efficacy of psilocybin when administered in this manner. In agreement, Cybin is now working alongside an oral film bioequivalent study, which is designed to compare molecular delivery of psilocybin through its faster oral films in contrast to the capsules. See here for one of the several clinical trials in the company's growth. See link in article. The Cybin pipeline also includes a Phase 2A and Phase 2B clinical trial to fast-track drug approval targeting for major depressive disorder, MDD, a clinical safety and efficacy study targeting microdosing that may lead to a clinical trial for anxiety, ADHD, and overall cognitive flexibility. A Phase 2 clinical trial targeting addition through the delivery of psilocybin through an oral film, with further studies leveraging a transdental slow-dose delivery mechanism. There has been a long misconception about mental health disorders. It has been attributed to processes by evil or associated with personal shortcomings. Scientific discovery has debunked the stigmas and showed that there is a chemical imbalance occurring in the brain. Progress in therapeutics has travelled over a long time, from exorcisms and shamans, and in spite of this, millions of people still suffer. Neurotherapeutics are on their way and are likely to offer relief to the suffering and opportunity to the savvy. Other pioneering companies shaking the new therapeutic drugs. Interestingly, there are several smart players also seizing the opportunities to attract investors and strengthen their positions in the science advancement. Praxis Precision Medicines closed on its upsized initial public offering of 11 million shares of common stock. The clinical stage biopharmaceutical company translates genetic insights in development of therapies for central nervous system (CNS) disorders characterized by neuroimbalance. The shares began trading on the Nasdaq Global Select Market October 2020 under the ticker symbol PRAX. Praxis has established a broad portfolio including 5 disclosed programs across multiple CNS disorders, including depression, epilepsy, movement disorders, and pain syndromes. AbbVie, a research-based biological company, announced that today that it has completed its acquisition of Allergen plc following receipt of regulatory approval from all required authorities. The acquisition creates a biopharmaceutical company with leadership positions in 5 key therapeutic areas: immunology, hematologic, oncology, neuroscience and allergen aesthetics. The new company will have a robust portfolio of online, market and pipeline assets well positioned for substantial long-term growth. Axum Therapeutics, a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company developing novel therapies for the management of CNS disorders, closed its underwriting public offering of 2.3 million shares of common stock for $87 per share. Axum's core CNS products candidate portfolio include 4 clinical stage candidates, including 1, Axis 05. This is currently in phase 3 trial and is being developed for MDD. Open quotes. Over the past several months, we continue to advance our AXS05 and AXS07 products candidates towards NDA submissions in major depressive disorder and migraine, and intensified our commercial launch readiness activities. Ramada Therapeutics on the Nasdaq Global Select Market, a clinical stage company developing novel therapies for the treatment of CNS diseases. Ramada has had a lead program focused on REL-1017, an N-methyl D-aspartame NMDA, not MDMA, receptor antagonist in the development for the treatment of depression. NMDA receptors antagonists may have utility in the treatment of a range of psychiatric and neurological disorders associated with a variety of cognitive, neurological, and behavioral symptoms. With drug development capturing significant investors' interest and support, the timing couldn't be better for companies intent on making a difference in the lives of millions of people who suffer from mental disorders. Never act on any advice given in these articles, videos or audios. Always seek professional help before acting on anything you read or watch or listen to on this website, or in our podcast, or on our YouTube channel, or anywhere on our social media.